Hi there people, Chilli here. I present this 5-minute review episode on the next track of the Black Album, Nothing Else Matters. This song every new guitar player learns to play when learning Metallica. Now let's get into this episode because there are a lot of artists to cover. Phoebe Bridgers. Who the fuck is Phoebe Bridgers? Well, there's a playlist that's called that on Spotify made by Phoebe to show you her LA indie pop sounds found on her most well-known tracks, Motion Sickness and Kyoto. On this cover, we see guitars replaced with pianos and bass replaced by harps, creating the change of atmosphere that more suits her quiet vocal style. It's a good cover version that reminds me of the apocalyptic version in its somber tone. Miley Cyrus, What? Elton John, Yo-Yo Mama, Chad Smith, Robert Trujillo. I won't start to explain the plethora of talent here on this track. From Elton's piano opener to Robert's thick and luscious bass tone, Chad pounding the drums, Yo-Yo Mama bringing up the strings, and Miley surprises me with the delivery of her lyrics. This is a great cover version that I enjoy and would recommend to hear if you haven't already. It is the lead single from this album and this covered playlist. Dave Gahan. From one front man to the next, Dave is the lead singer for Depeche Mode. You know, personal Jesus, enjoy the silence, just can't get enough. Enough said. On this cover, we have a dark ambient piece that is somewhat similar to Gary Newman in style without guitars. Of course, Dave brings his vocal style to the forefront, giving it an almost ethereal out-of-body feeling in his style of singing. It may not win all people over, but it's a great version to those who admire the dark electronic ambient works and his vocal singing style. Mickey Guyton. Mickey Guyton is a Texas musician who blends country and pop to produce big songs like Remember Her Name, Caught Up in Your Storm, and a duet in Drunk and I Miss You. And as you will find out, is one of many country artists to cover this song. The bonus here is the pop variant. On the cover we are introduced to a very pop-based heavy drum and bass sample while Mickey sings over the top. Guitars are introduced a bit later on in the song. Ultimately though, it's not my style and I can't really enjoy it. A very skippable track. Dermot Kennedy. Dermot Kennedy is an Irish singer who does pop, rock and folksy tunes. His biggest songs are Paradise, Power Over Me and Giants. On this cover we see the singer do his part over a lone piano for most of the song. Some strings accompany the song during the build-up and his accent adds to the song. It's not a bad cover actually. Mon Laferte. Mon Laferte, who I probably didn't pronounce right, is a Chilean acoustic Latin and folk singer. She is one interesting artist, and she is known for songs like Te de Quiero, Mi Buen Amor, and Amar a Mi. This cover is certainly interesting for adding some local instruments like the zampona, jenna, and charango. On top of singing in her language, she brings a flair to the song with a semi-flamingo style. The guitar work, while I may not describe it properly in method or style, is a signature to the region and does well to stand out on a long list of artists covering this song. Very good cover, and I recommend to listen to this version. Igor Levit. Igor Levit is a renowned pianist from Russia who rose to prominence in recent times and focuses on covers of Bach and Beethoven, and that's about 2/3 of the total classical composers I know. As I've mentioned, I'm not classically trained, but the emotion of this song can be felt through the keys when Igor plays it out, and let's face it, when an expert is put behind a piano to cover any song, it will become a beautiful cover. Incredible work on this track and incredible work by Igor. Definitely listen to this version. My Morning Jacket. My Morning Jacket are an alt-rock band out of Louisville that had an episode based around them in American Dad, or at least that's how I found out about them. They have songs like Golden, Tyrone and One Big Holiday, but are most famous for their song Wordless Chorus. I wasn't sure which way they would take this cover. Would it be an acoustic rendition like they did for Elton John when they covered Rocket Man, or would it be more like the electronic rock like Wordless Chorus? Well, it's neither. The band has had a change of styles lately, and this cover is similar to their style changes. It just feels like ambient pop rock. Maybe I'll check out their new album when it drops later this year, but this cover is just not for me, and it's pretty forgettable. A debut song from PG Rockset, which is the phoenix in the ashes to Roxette. A quick rundown, but Roxette is a pop rock group out of Sweden known for It Must Have Been Love from Pretty Woman, as well as Listen to Your Heart, The Look, and Spending My Time. In 2019, Marie passed away after a battle with cancer. PG Rockset is the continued musical efforts from the guitarist and the other half of the band Per Gesell. This cover sees a dark electronic take on the song with the guitar work of Purr Gently in the background, coming forward as needed between the lyrics mostly. I like this cover and it works in a very weird and eclectic way. His guitar work is minimalistic in approach, but it works with this song very well. Darius Rucker. Darius was the frontman of Hootie and the Blowfish and as a solo artist now does country rock. His big songs are Wagon Wheel and All Right. This cover sees the song done in a country twang that is carried from the vocals to the guitar tone and tempo all the way through the song, building of course at the chorus but deservedly. Some small string sections add to the atmosphere and overall it's a pretty solid cover. Chris Stapleton. Chris Stapleton is a new age country singer from Nashville and is famous for songs like You Should Probably Leave and Tennessee Whiskey. His cover sees the song slowed down further and in the tone of modern country music with small variations on the main riff. Its change in style is nice and it's worth listening to even in its entire 8-minute run. TRESOR. TRESOR is a pop rock musician out of Congo and his songs have an upbeat sound reminding me of Vampire Weekend if it was a bit slowed down. He is known for songs like Aphrodite, Walk Through the Fire and Sondela. TRESOR brings his style to the song in a dark pop sound, mixed with the band, and his vocal deliveries during the choruses are actually haunting in the distantly shouted deliveries. A very effective use of his voice. I really like this cover, and I urge you to listen to this one. Thank you for listening to this episode. Please join me on the next episode as we cover the last 4 tracks from the Black Album.